I'm 71 years old. I've been a Chelsea pensioner for 2.5 years. I served in the British Army for 29 years. I saw service in Northern Ireland, Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, Cyprus, UK, Germany, Canada, and I took part in the first Gulf War. I didn't want to admit that there was something wrong with my hearing, was the fact that in those days you had a yearly hearing test, and if you failed that test, you were discharged. So there was the big fear of that. You didn't talk about it, and that's the thing soldiers do. You did everything you could to avoid the hearing test, and that included in those days doing cookhouse fatigues, very messy job, but you do it rather than make yourself available for the hearing test. I left the Army in 1995. I still didn't tell anyone about it. Even on my discharge, I didn't mention it because I had the fear that it would affect future employment. So there's this fear surrounded by it. I've had it for nearly 50 years. And I didn't know what it was. I couldn't put it on. I got ringing in my ears, and I put it down to the fact that I was a gunnery instructor, and the first ear defenders the Army gave us was our Mark I fingers. I feel that my past job was preventing soldiers, because I was a regimental sergeant major, and if someone said, oh, my ears hurt, I used to say, get on with it, do it. Georgie was the one that suggested, well, why don't you go and see your doctor? 2 weeks later, I had my hearing aids provided free of charge. The onwards thing of it is that wearing them now, I'm totally perfect. There's no noise in my ear. When I first started to wear them, I used to have to look over my shoulder because I thought someone was following me. It was, in fact, for the first time in 50 years, I could hear my own footsteps.